The framework will give you a lot of advantages, as we discussed already in the framework advantages. So it will give you a lot of advantage, like maintenance is very easy. You can reuse the code. You can get the logs, screenshots, reports. So you can do a lot of things. Even unknown person also can come and work easily, because everything's structured properly. You can just go and see one sample, and you can just calling the methods. Everywhere see the Java, right? So it helps you how to call the existing methods. So that's where you need to understand first. Wherever you are going, the first thing you need to understand the entire framework. So if, for example, first day they have given the framework, so first you have to clone that code. They will give you a Git repository URL and a GitHub account, and then access to that GitHub they will give. First clone it. You have to remember the Git commands. All the Git commands I'm going to explain. That Git commands you need to remember. And first clone the code to your local machine. Practice all this in our classes itself, so that it is going to be very easy for you when you're going to the companies. And once you clone it, then you import into the particular IDE tool. You should know how to import a project in your local. So you go here and open project, or you can see import. So you can click on import, and what type of project? Existing Maven project. So you add that project to, and automatically it will add here like this. So that's what you should know, all these basics. I'm going to teach those things also, but yeah. So just try it out, all those concepts. And so this username, passwords you will store in one file, and you can call anywhere. See, one declaration one time only, not multiple places. And then see, if you want to, unsecured sites are there, you just need to write for the set accept insecure certificates true. Automatically, even if you get insecure sites, you will get them, and you will automatically it will handle. That's what this Chrome options you are setting. Set Firefox options, same way. So disable info bars. So you can write any configurations you want to do on this Firefox browser. So that purpose you will use options class for each browser. You have to create object. And why you need to create object for those classes? Because this class has a non-static methods. To call the non-static methods, you need to create object. Very simple, right? So that's what, see, object reference start non-static method. Object reference start non-static method. So this accepts a string type, this accepts a Boolean value, this method. And return options. So see, this method is return type is class. Class object it is returning. Class type. Firefox options is a class type, right? So that's what I told you in the Java also. All your return types in the WebDriver is non-primitive or reference types, not primitive. See, anywhere did you see primitive? And every method is returning, see, this method also returning non-primitive data type, that is interface. This method is returning type of WebDriver interface type. So that's what I'm telling, all non-primitive data types, these methods will return. See, edge options also similar. Edge options class, you create object, and that object reference dot add arguments, options dot set accept insecure certificates true. So like that you can call. So IE options, that's okay. Nobody using IE, you can ignore this completely. We don't want. So we can get Chrome options. So either you can read the properties from properties file, either by read property value method, or you can use resource bundle also, because I use it here, read property value, because I have written a read property value method. This is the pure Java class. So public static, see this method is a returning string type data, read property value. Properties, so prop equal to new properties. This I explained in Java collections. And this they will ask in the interviews also, how can you read the data from properties file? So you have to write this code. You tell one is using resource bundle, another way is using this properties class. Properties prop equal to new properties. So file input stream fs equal to new file input stream, new file, and so this properties file I'm giving, see that how I'm giving a new file config directory. So what is this config directory? See, user directory plus src test resources config dot properties file. See, I'm declaring only one place, and I can call this just variables there. So this is how something is, some variable you need to hardcode, put it in one place. So that's all, you can call that variables wherever you want. That's what the constants we can declare. And so then prop dot load all the properties file, and then you can prop dot get property value. So by giving the key. So you can generate the random string with this random string utils dot random alphabetic. So that means it generates the random alphabetics, 5 random alphabetics. So that is a string type. So you can generate a random number, random string utils dot random numeric, 10 random numbers it will generate. And then random, so alphanumeric things you can generate using this method. All these are, so very useful. So if you want to generate, so a random alphanumeric, you can get them. So get screenshot. Again, I have written a screenshot method, a dynamic screenshot you can generate with this. I'm generating a timestamp, new simple date format. In this format, it will give you a date and then take screenshot of a get driver, and then so source file take screenshot dot get screenshot as a file type, you get it, and then destination you're storing here user directory plus screenshots. See these screenshots. So user directory, it will give you complete project directory. So under project you have a screenshots folder, then this test case name. So this is the test case name you can give, and then so you can give a timestamp, what timestamp, so that always it is going to be a dynamic. You don't need to fix the code with a particular name. So whatever the name you give, and a timestamp will be appended, and then .png file it will save. So then file utils dot copy file, this source, and in this destination. So that's the how to generate a screenshot dynamically. So that's all about WebDriver factory. All see, you can see browser settings and driver initialization. So those are the things available in this WebDriver factory. That's what you need to explain. So WebDriver factory contains which browser we need to launch and what are the browser settings with a different options class. We can set them, and how to read the data from properties file. And we have methods there, and how to take the screenshots also we have included there. If you can tell that, that's okay. Screenshot one, otherwise browser related things you should explain very clearly. So what is there in this? And we implemented a singleton design pattern. You explain. If you're confident, you explain, because later you will get a lot of questions on the singleton design pattern. How you implement it, tell me, they will ask. You have to tell. So I created a private static final class object for the current class. And then created a one private constructor, default private constructor. So this private constructor stops the object creation outside of the class. And then I created one get instance public method. So this class instance, only one instance is created. That instance you can use anywhere with this public method. That's a singleton design pattern concept itself. So singleton design pattern will allow you only one instance for the class, not more than one. How you will implement means you have to tell this step 1, step 2, step 3. That's it. These are the 3 steps you have to tell. First, object creation. Second, default constructor, private constructor creation. Third one, public method. So that variable, this variable you can return in the public method so that anywhere you can call this. Okay. Okay. Now, so test base class. So test base class, basically I'm going to launch my URL. So test base class, and I'm declaring all my, so this I'm planning to move. Okay, we'll see that all the pages I'm declaring here. So we'll see that. Otherwise, you can tell pages classes you are declaring here, and you will call only this. So where reference variables in the, so wherever you want. So which class you want, you can just create object for this reference variable, and you can use this reference variable wherever you want. So then see @parameters, again test engine, browser. So @before class, every class, no, I'm just going to launch this. So optional Chrome browser and string browser, RB resource bundle.get bundle config, from config file I'm reading, and then so driver equal to, see, WebDriver factory dot get instance dot get driver. So browser I'm passing. So get driver method you have to give pass the browser, right? That browser I'm passing, and that I'm assigning to driver instance variable. So wait equal to new WebDriver wait. So driver comma duration dot op seconds. So driver dot get, see, RB resource bundle object dot get string app URL. This app URL is available where? This is the one. See, this is how you can call. Either you can call with this resource bundle object or read property value method you can call. Okay. So that is, see, WebDriver factory class I'm using here. I'm not creating object. So this method will give you instance, WebDriver factory instance, it will give. On that instance variable, I'm calling getDriver method. So that driver getDriver returns a driver type object. That driver type is WebDriver type. So this is the only one driver also we are creating, not multiple times. So then wait object, new WebDriver wait, duration dot of seconds, and constants dot explicit wait. So even explicit wait time also. See, everything abstracting. See, I'm not hard coding with 10 or 20 something, right? So I'm abstracting from people seeing that immediately. If they want to see what is the explicit wait they have given, you have to go there. So you can see here 60 seconds I implicit wait, 30 seconds I have given. So that's how you can call. And the application URL, so you can get it here, and you are launching driver.get. So I'm just see, this is also, I'm not hard coding. I declared in config.properties, I'm calling here. So this is all your, so application URLs, your username, passwords, everything you will manage here. Okay. Very good. Yeah. So that's how this method will, before class, before running any class, first this method will execute. This is what you need to look in your framework. Okay, where my browser starts, where my application will launch, that you need to look into your code. First, if you need to understand that, right? Where is the starting point? The starting point, you need to get it. So that go and check in this factory or base class, something like that. There you will get this browser instantiation and application URL opening. So that's the first step. It will execute this before class. Then, so this is another one I have written, reusable method. And you know already this broken links verification purpose. And after class will execute. So to close the browser, see WebDriver factory dot guest instance dot quit driver. So this is the after class method. Before class or after class methods. So any questions on the first package? We are done with the first package.
In test-based class, generally we are just covering launching the browser.
Mm-hmm.
The browser. And verify that URL, whether URL is correctly.
Yeah. So that's what we did.
Yes.
So you can supply your browser value from even from
parameter properties.
Parameter properties. No, not even properties or at the rate parameters means testng.xml file, suit file.
Yes. Sir.
From suit file also you can supply.
So now this browser value we given the value of browser value in a suit file. Suit testng.xml file, right, Ramesh?
Yeah. So at the rate parameters means you are supplying.
Where we are created the
from suit file. From suit file. Okay.
Here it should be there, right, Ramesh? That suit file, that testng.xml.
We'll create later. So we haven't created it.
Okay. Sorry, I got confused.
So we have to create it because first test cases have to be created. Once test cases are done, then you can create a suit file.
Okay.
I'm going to create a suit file under, so these resources are under project anywhere.
Yes.
Okay. So then let's go to listeners. So listeners are mainly used for generating the extent reports. So this is another question they will ask in the interview. What kind of reports you are using in your framework? So you have to give answer. So don't say testng frame reports. So you have to give answer nice reports like extent reports or allure reports. So these are the reports very famous in the market. So extent reports will give you nice visualization and each test case wise, the logs and status, everything we will get it. So that's this extent reports. So the better visualization, better reporting mechanism is achieved with this extent reports.
It is a separate file, jar file or something.
Yeah, that's a separate jar file we added in the pom.xml.
Under dependencies.
Under dependencies, everything you can see here. So com.event stack extent reports.
Okay.
And IOQA meta allure reports, allure testng.
Any one is enough or both is required?
One is enough, not required both.
Okay.
But because I'm just telling whichever you required.
While learning, we should use both for that.
So that you will get an idea. So one is not anything you can explain. So suddenly it might not strike one. So at least one you will get it and you can explain. Okay. Now extent manager. So here in this class, we are mentioning how you want your report. So where you want your report. That's what we are doing in this extent manager class. So in the extent manager, you are just using some classes. So com.event_stack.extent reports, extent reports class, extent spark reporter, and this themes, different themes, how you are going to use it. And so in the initialization, so I'm just giving a timestamp, and so then creating my extent report, path equal to paths dot get and report output folder. So this is the report output folder. So this is the one. So in this folder, I'm creating that. If this folder is not there, what I'm doing, I'm going to create that folder here. That's what I'm doing here. Paths dot get this one, and then string report name. What is your report name? You want extend test report hyphen and this timestamp dot HTML report. If file doesn't exist, if this path doesn't exist, okay, then so you create it, create directories, files dot create directories, and it will create this path automatically. If not there, even if you delete also, it will create. So if it is not there only, it will create. See that, that's the advantage. These logics are important. And then extend reports equal to new extend reports, and you tell that event spark reporter equal to new event spark reporter. You can tell report output folder plus report name. So this report name, so you want this report name as a parameterized constructor you are specifying. And what is this report document title you want, that you can specify here. And what is your report name you want? So this is the report name. And then what is the theme you want? Dark, and only you have two themes, dark theme, and one more is there. Just see that. So standard theme is there. Only two themes are available. Whichever you want, you can use it. So basically we are using dark theme. So attach reporter for this extend reports. So for this extend reports, you attach the report, this Spark reporter object, and then set system info you can set, and system info, application name, module name, all the information you want in the report, you can specify here. So build number, team, and environment, which environment you are testing, and your username and your operating system, all you can get. See, system.get property, os.name. So username, system.get property, user.name. So you'll get your username, whatever the name you have given for our system, that username you will get it here. And you want to get the operating system, so you can get it there with this system.get property. os.name. So this is the, so how you are specifying your report. Just a report where you want your report, and what are the title, document title, report name, theme, and different system info. You can set it to your report. That's the this extend report manager file. Then main implementation, extend report listener. So this is the class, public class, extend report listener. So implements iTest listener. So this is the iTest listener is an interface. That interface inside you have all these methods: on start to, on finish. So on test start to, on test success, on test failure. So on test skipped. So these are the methods you are going to implement in your own way. How you want, you can implement it. Okay. So first, I'm calling this extend manager here, extend manager dot init method. So this init method is return type. See, this method is returning extend reports object. So that I'm calling here. I'm getting extent reports. So then extent test. So test object you declare on test start on start. So test suite has started. So I'm just writing context dot. You can write some statements if you want. The method, whatever the method you want. Test suite has started. Then on finish, test suite has finished. So like that you can write it. So extent dot flush. This method is important to get the next file. So on test start, so you get the method name, you get the class name, everything. Then so that class name, and I'm just getting a qualified class name only, and then the method name. So the extent test equal to create the test with this method name and the description you can give. And extend test assign a category and this suite name and the suite name also you can get. So then assign a category, you can get the class name also. So this is the on test starts, this code will execute. Whatever you write, that will execute here. So on test success, what you want to do on test success? So you can just say, I want to make it a pass, status as a pass, and then I want to so give the method name, so which method is passed, and then so you can take a screenshot if you want. You can take a screenshot if you want. Test start add screen capture from path. You can get that also. That's the on test success. So on test failure, this is a very important one question here. How can you run your on failure? You need to take the screenshots. How can you take? So this is the method inside you need to implement. So try string. So image path WebDriver factory dot get a screenshot result dot get name, and then test dot add screen capture from path. So you automatically, this screenshot will add to the path. And so the try catch block, right? So try catch block. See, try catch block, what it will do. So even if it is not, so if this fails, so it will go here and it tells what is the reason for failure also. So that is the this how to take on any test method fails, it will come and take the screenshot. But here I have written on success also take the screenshot. On success, you don't need a screenshot, frankly telling. So this is not required, but I have just written. So any code you can write, whatever you write here, that will execute if the test case is successful. If any test case failed, and automatically code will come and execute, the cursor will come and execute this. So you don't need to write for every test method. So this will call automatically. If test case fails, immediately it will come here and execute this code. And time also. So the set time also, end time of this test case also, it will report. So that is the on test success, on test failure, what code you want to execute. On test skipped also. So I'm just telling, okay, if skipped, just mark it as a skipped. If failure, see, status mark it as a fail. So it will report as a fail, and also your message you will get, the failure message. So that is the how you can add. Even you can add the, so this is the image also you can add, the screenshot also you can add for the test case, the failed test case in the report itself. On failure also I'm just saying, but on skipped you don't need any screenshot also. On successful, on skipped you don't need a screenshot. Because skipping means what? Nothing will execute, right? You don't need, this is the no meaning at all for this. Okay, so not required at all. So that's how to see all these methods. What are the methods? iTest listener methods we are implementing on start, on finish, on test successful, on test failure, on test skipped. So these are the methods you are implementing your own way. If they asked you, did you implement interface methods? You can tell this. So this is your custom class, and this is an interface. These methods you are implementing here. So you need to explain this very clearly to them. Yes, I did that. So we implemented in the listeners. So I test listener methods we implemented in my custom class. So, but you have to go through this entire code, and then only you can explain. Otherwise, not possible. Okay. A test allure also similar. So this is the custom class you are implementing. I test listener. Again, same methods you are implementing. So you can see here the methods. Lot of methods are available. I test listener has lot of methods. So save screenshot PNG, and then attach HTML, save text log, on start to, on finish, on test start to, on test success, on test failure. So on test failure, see, I'm taking the screenshots. So instance of, okay, this get driver is an instance of this web driver. I'm checking. So true or false, it will give you this instance of operator. It's a Java concept. So it will check, okay, is this, so instance of this one, you can check that. Instance means object, right? This references belongs to this class or not, you are checking. And on test skipped, on test failed. So what you want to export, you can write the entire code here. So this is the complete listeners. So it listens to your test cases. So what is happening there? Automatically, based on the action in the test cases, and this code will execute. On start means automatically, on start of the method, this code will execute. So on finish means once test case is finished, this will execute. On test start, so on method starting time, it will execute. On test success, your test case is success, and then it will come and execute this code. On test failure, your test case is failed, then automatically it will come here and executes. So that listens the behavior of your test case, and automatically cursor will come and execute these methods. So that's the listeners means listens to your test cases behavior, and then this code automatically calls there. So that's this listeners concept. Okay. So then Excel utils, this part is done. Factory is done, listeners is done.